All right, bro, it's Tina back with a video on our good friend Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness. He's going to tell you now, feeling the bench flat bench in the chest. Here's why. He's going to tell you why you're not feeling it. Let's listen to what I has to say.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would do another one of these videos sitting down.
What is that? Is that Powerade you're drinking there, Jason? Is that Kool-Aid, bro? You ain't drinking the Kool-Aid, eh?
In front of the camera, give you guys some different styles of videos. Let me give you guys the forearm shot.
Christ, what's with the forearm shot again, man? Stop trying to impress us, man. It's not working, Jason.
Alright, I'm going to discuss with you guys briefly this idea that people have that the bench press is not an amazing chest builder. Okay? I don't want to just say good, but anyone who says it's not an amazing chest builder, number one, probably lifts like a jackass.
I'm going to have to agree with you, Jason. You're absolutely correct. It is the best inflammation builder in the chest than any other exercise, I would suppose. Yes, because you're flat on the bench. So you're going to get more chronic inflammation in your chest because you're a chronic lifter. So yeah, it definitely will give you a lot more of this fake inflammation in your chest. So it definitely builds hypertrophy, definitely, in the form of inflammation, yes.
Number two, doesn't know basic biomechanics, because the bench press has always been a great chest builder going back for generations. Okay.
No, it has. For all chronic lifters, it's definitely been the best in creating fake this inflammation in your chest, so you could walk around with a big inflamed chest constantly, coming back to constantly inflame it, so you can keep walking around with an inflamed chest. Yeah, we know that, man. It's nothing new, bro.
Now, when I make that statement, I am not saying bench press is the only thing you need to grow your chest.
You know, they should put a new word for fitness and call it the inflammatory fitness or something like that. How to inflame your body chronically by exercising. That's what they should really call it. Repetitive inflammation. Now, that's not good inflammation. This is bad inflammation. If you get a punch to the head, that's good inflammation. That isn't bad inflammation. There's something regenerative going on there. You have an injury, so that inflammation is trying to repair something. But this chronic inflammation you're causing your body is a chronic stress, repetitive stress. It's fibrotic. And so, yeah, it's in their perpetual inflammation is horrendous, but yeah, that's why fitness has no benefits.
It's not the only thing I do for my chest. What do you guys?
That's why it's what I do is not based on fitness, and even trying to get these like longevity stuff, it's not based on fitness. Fitness is something you're doing repetitive. That's why they call it fitness. It's inflammatory. It's inflammatory. Like eating toxic food, your wrong food, like herbivore diet, you get an inflammation in your stomach, constantly inflamed and farting and bloating. It's inflammation. That's aging you. Inflammaging, yes.
See me doing an average workout. My 2 upper body sessions, I flat bench, I incline bench, I do pullovers. Okay?
It's 2 upper body workouts. I never saw that. I just see you repetitively lifting, but I don't know what you consider that. You do 2 upper body, and then the rest, the other days you do other body parts, lifting, like heavy lifting. So it's chronic. It's chronic inflammatory fitness. They should call this chronic inflammatory fitness.
I'm doing 3 movements for my pecs twice a week.
Yeah.
So I am not saying that.
You only do it twice a week for your upper pec to keep that inflammation in there? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Wow.
And if you guys noticed, my chest separation.
I wonder why you look so small. You're not doing it hardly enough, Jason. You have to increase the inflammation. You have to do more of these. You have to do more of your chest instead of just twice a week. You got to do it 3, 4 more times. Okay, get that inflammation there. You're looking pretty small, bro. Your arms are kind of shrinking again. You need to go back in the gym and do some more curls to get some more of that inflammation in there to pretend it looks big, and then measure them for us. When you get the inflammation, they'll definitely be bigger, for sure, yes.
When I'm training, decent lighting in the gym.
Just like your calves, you showed us the picture of your calves. You go after 3 pumps. After 3 pumps, you showed your calves. That's what they look like after the pump. But what do they look like when they're not pumped? That's what we want to know.
I'm usually pretty good at this point. I'm starting to get that split up through there and everything.
You're starting to get more inflammation up there. Yes, definitely. Okay.
But when we're talking about bench pressing, and what I would suggest to people is that if you can't figure out how to make your chest get activated on a flat bench, do you really think you're going to do that much better with dumbbells? Okay? Maybe because you can't bounce the dumbbells, that is probably the only reason. So when you have someone, and I already know what their bench is going to look like. When I get someone who tells me...
You know, it's funny. People think that exercise, fitness, it makes you younger. And in fact, it makes you older. His face is old. He's getting older and older because accelerated aging. You know, it's funny how they've convinced you that doing this is going to extend your lifespan and make you younger. How could chronic inflammation that ages you and gives you disease and a bunch of other nasty things make you younger? How is that possible? That is what I don't understand. How can anybody in their right mind believe that? Everybody knows that sedentary is what keeps you young. It preserves you. It keeps you young and away from inflammation and away from toxins is what preserves you and keeps you younger. Now, if you do get some cellular damage, can you do something specific to get rid of it? Well, yes, but you're taking on more senescent cells by this inflammatory response and all this constant chronically. How could this be healthy? I don't understand. How could being healthy, aging yourself, chronically inflammatory response, and how could this be healthy, man? I just don't get it. And it's associated with every kind of disease and morbidity and mortality, and fuck it, it's insane, bro. Like, this doesn't make sense.
I feel dumbbells way more in my chest, and I don't feel the barbell bench in my chest at all. I already know what their bench press looks like. I don't have to see them bench to know that they are bouncing the bar off their chest like a trampoline, or they're not even touching their chest. Okay? I want to be clear there. And I'm talking about muscle building.
Does it really matter? Muscle building? What muscle building? Muscle building happens when you eat food. They're trying to get more inflammation like you are. They're trying to build inflammatory muscles like you, hypertrophying them through inflammation, bouncing it off their chest like you.
I'm not talking about powerlifting because I'm stronger when I power bench. You guys have seen me bench with a decent arch. I have long arms.
What does powerlifting have to do with that? That's more inflammatory response too.
No matter what, I have a long range of motion. You guys have watched me do 335 for 5 reps paused as an old man. Okay?
Well, you are a middle-aged, overweight, bald head old man. I mean, I know other people that look exactly like you that power lift.
Power benching with an arch. That still works your chest. That still works your...
You know, people look at me and they wonder why I look the way I do. I look young. I got all my hair and all that kind of stuff. My hair hasn't fallen out or anything. Most of my life, I've eaten meat. Okay, I don't ever liked vegetables, and I never even ate fruit. I never liked fruit. I always thought I'd be deficient in something if I didn't eat fruit. While I was growing up, I was like, oh my god, I haven't eaten fruit in months or half a year or something. Boy, I should have an orange or a banana. I fucking hated that shit. Now, I did eat some carbohydrates, what you would call carbohydrates, maybe some potatoes, rice, or something there. I don't know. Maybe some bread too with butter on it or whatever, because that's what, you know, your family would give you, the slave diet. They give you these extra things, but the majority of it would be milk, would be dairy products, a lot of dairy products and meat. Yeah, definitely, that's what I ate, and some cereals, which was a mistake. I realize now. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. This is crazy.
You should be feeling your chest a lot on that. Okay, but I already know that these people don't have an efficient grip width. They are not gripping the bar in a position to where they're stretching the chest. They're either way too narrow or way too wide.
They got to stretch it to create more inflammation. That would be good, yes.
Okay. If you go way way too wide, what happens? More front delts, right? You're using less.
Oh, we're getting too much inflammation in the front delts. We gotta really keep it narrow right there in the chest, right?
Yeah. Chest, because you're just not getting a stretch at the bottom.
Isn't that considered bodybuilding, Coach Blaha? That's bodybuilding, man. That's, come on.
You're loading the front delts harder, or the triceps are doing a little more work because they're going way too narrow. Okay, a little bit more arm dominant, and they're bouncing the bar off their chest. We already know that's what's happening. Because biomechanically, the pecs are the primary mover, and if you bench in a way that's conducive to that.
Yes, biomechanically, they're the movers there. Yes, and the inflammation is the growth that we're after, the hypertrophy that we're after. Yes, Jason.
The pecs should be almost the only thing you feel. So right now, for my work sets, I grip about pinkies on the rings.
Like, think about it. What do you think you get when what do they mean by adapted? There means no more adaptations. Now, then what are you getting exactly if you're not getting any more real adaptations? So what type of adaptations are you getting that are artificial? If you're a chronic lifter, if you're not getting these real adaptations anymore, you are getting some adaptations, because you notice there's something there. What is it? Inflammation. Yeah, inflammation. What would be another artificial adaptation? Well, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, loading glycogen in the muscle. See what I mean? You're not getting any more fiber adaptations, myofibrillar adaptations, but you can get sarcoplasmic and inflammation if you're doing something chronically. But to get something real, it can't be done all the time. Look, weights don't build muscle, but they do build inflammatory muscles, and they can build sarcoplasmic muscles by drawing more glycogen into the muscle when you're pumping. You understand me? But physically lifting a weight can't build proteins onto a muscle, because proteins are constantly being built up and breaking down. If anything, they'll be broken down. So how could you be building muscle if weights break proteins down? How the hell could you have built a muscle lifting a weight in the gym? It's impossible, bro. Get it? This is ridiculous. This is crazy. You'd have to be insanely mad, like this guy, this madman, to believe that. Yeah. That's why he's got all of you messed up. Look at that face. Look at that face, Jason Blaha. Fitness, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that, man. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to go further. This is a joke, bro. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next one, broski. Jason Blaha, Strength and Fitness, faking it again.